Chicago, and they're favorites to pick up another victory today in the Bronx. The over-under is set at 8. As for some player props, after both homering on Friday night, Aaron Judge is plus 220 and Giancarlo Stanton is plus 340 to hit another home run today. And for the White Sox, Eloy Jimenez is plus 500 and Andrew Vaughn is plus 540 to go deep. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets if their $5 bet wins. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today.
Let's take a look at the Yankees lineup that will face the right-hander Brad Keller. It's brought to you by Toyota. Top 7 in the lineup that you see, same as last night, and each had at least one hit. Anthony Volpe did. He's riding a 10-game hitting streak. Giancarlo Stanton and Anthony Rizzo each had a couple hits in that ball game. Stanton had an RBI double, but that wasn't the most impressive swing. It was he and Aaron Judge teeing off together in that game.
Yeah, you're going to see the double first where he actually thinks, Bob, that this one is going to leave the ballpark. It doesn't. It hits off the top of the fence. Stanton still cruises in with the double, and there's the home run that you referred to, the more impressive swing. What was impressive to me about that first pitch fastball, Stanton destroys left-handed pitchers. Banks tried to get ahead of him. Stanton made him pay.
And then Aaron Judge got things going with that first inning of home run, which probably allowed Nestor Cortez to settle in a little bit.
Seems like a long time ago when Judge was a 178 hitter. That's because across his last 19 games, he's hitting 406. Hello, Ted Williams. And he's got a 922 slugging percentage. Hello, the greatest players of all time. But you love that stat if you're the Yankees. When Judge and Stanton go deep, you get the smiles like that in the dugout, but more importantly, Bob, you got a 35-4 record.
And Stanton not striking out as much, and that's so key, Jack, because a pitcher looks at that lineup now and says, you know, there's no resting spot. I can't say, okay, well, Stanton's struggling. I could probably get him to chase something outside. No shot right now for pitchers.
There are so many buzzwords that we talk about when we are evaluating hitters, and with Stanton, it's timing and balance. And you heard John Flaherty and Paul O'Neill talk about that last night, and you can tell when he has his balance right. You can tell when he has his timing right. Same thing with Judge. Judge was telling us earlier in the season what was wrong with him. I'm missing the pitches I'm supposed to hit. Didn't mean he had to go on the IL. Didn't mean that he was a compromised player in any way. It meant that he was in a slump. He's not in a slump anymore.
Let's talk a little bit about Anthony Volpe and the fact that he's riding a 10-game hitting streak. So setting the table because he's red hot. He started the season red hot, Jack. Pitchers kind of figured some things out, but he readjusted and made the changes he needed.
Yeah, a lot of this, a lot of hitting the ball the opposite way. He's seeing pitchers longer. He's using the entire field. And according to Aaron Boone, he's got a better swing this year, and we've seen that swing. So when you're doing all of those things, you're going to see better results, and he just looks more confident up there again, Bob. And I also like his aggressive approach. He's going up there ready to swing from pitch one. I think at times when he was put into the leadoff spot, you might feel as if you have to see a few more pitches. Get up there from pitch one and be ready to do damage.
Well, Anthony Volpe, over his 10-game hitting streak, a .333 hitter, 3 home runs, 10 runs batted in, and 6 runs scored. Let's take a look at the White Sox lineup that is going out today against Luis Gil. And that will be brought to you by Toyota, as always. Tommy Pham, by the way, had a really good game. He was 3 for 5 in the opener yesterday. Meantime, Vaughn went 2 for 4 in that game. He moves from the 2nd to the 3rd spot. This is a White Sox team that was struck out 10 times by Yankees pitching. Well, stick around because coming up, we're going to get Jack's key to the game on a day in which El Duque is in the house. Giancarlo Stanton signing some autographs, but Jack, very familiar with El Duque, aren't you?
Loved El Duque. As entertaining a player on the 98 Yankees as anyone.
The Yankees pregame show on Yes is brought to you in part by Citizens. Make sense of your money. Visit citizensbank.com/made ready to learn more.
Big season. More reasons to say yes. Yes to scoring swag and gift cards with Yes Rewards.
What a home run for Soto.
Watch, play, earn. Yes Rewards. Check it out now on the Yes app.
This This MLB season, FanDuel is taking you out to every ball game. New customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win.
That's everything.
That's everything.
Yeah. Everything?
Not everything.
The Hyundai Palisade. With advanced tech and award-winning safety. There's joy in every journey. Lease an all-wheel drive Palisade SEL for only $349 a month, or step up to a limited with $1,250 bonus cash. Hurry, offers end soon.
The smooth-riding, longest-lasting Pilot G2 has long been the hero of gel ink pens. And what hero doesn't have a dark side? Introducing the G2 Edge, the same #1 selling gel ink pen in America, now with an innovative laser etch design, cushion comfort grip, and durable tungsten carbide tip. Whatever your mission, give yourself the edge.
Pizza Hut just changed the combo game with the new My Hut Box. Starting at $6.99, it's the ultimate solo meal. Get a personal pan pizza or melts and your favorite side. Combo like you never comboed before. No one out Pizza Hut. Waiting for the break of day. Wanting just to stay away.
Is it possible to be more capable and more practical? Be able to perform here and here. Make a statement while barely making a sound. And command the road, as well as what lies ahead. How we get there matters. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
This happened just moments ago. El Duque coming out to throw out the first pitch. He's going to be at Sunday night's homecoming dinner, honored with the Pride of the Yankees award. My question is, does he go straight pitch or does he throw a little El Duque razzle-dazzle in?
Oh, he's got to give some razzle-dazzle because that's who El Duque is. Right to the top of the mound, Bob. Won the most important game for the 1998 Yankees. Game 4 of the ALCS against Cleveland Yankees. Only time they were challenged, trailing 2-1. Of course, El Duque throws a strike. Love it. To Nestor Cortez, whose family obviously has Cuban roots, so he's back there, which is a nice symmetry. But I could talk until first pitch about El Duque, so I better just be quiet. But when he swooped in to the 1998 Yankees, I'm pretty sure they were 40-13. Wow. And suddenly, they just added a guy who pitched like an ace, acted like an ace, and was so excited to be a Yankee.
Great story. Going to be a great night Sunday at the homecoming dinner as he is honored. Meantime, we haven't enough time to get your key to the game for Game 2 today.
Yeah, I'm going back to the White Sox starter, Brad Keller. I think the key for the Yankees is to capitalize against Keller. His four-seam fastball is straight as a string. It's not a pitch that is going to overwhelm or overpower anyone. Last year, batters hit .359 against it. This year, they're hitting .333. He wants to be able to get to his changeup or his slider. Those are better pitches. But if you're the Yankees and you see a fastball and it's in an area where you can do some damage, that's the pitch you want to do damage against.
You predicted some long balls yesterday. Got anything for us before we go?
Yes, I don't have a specific name, but let's say the Yankees are going to go deep twice today.
All right, sounds good. It's John Flaherty, Paul O'Neill with the call, Meredith Morakovich reporting. Jack and I will see you on the post game.
Big season. More reasons to say yes. Wow. Yes to the ultimate viewing experience.
Aaron Judge crushes one.
Yes to in-game live stats. And earn rewards and win prizes. Get all the Yankees action on the Yes app. Download now.
It can bear over 4,000 times its own weight. And that's just the door hinge. Sturdy design down to the smallest detail, the Taos. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get 0% APR financing or $1,500 customer bonus on the new 2024 Taos.
Let's begin, shall we?
Let's go! This is Apple TV Plus, the streaming service with something for everyone.
Okay.
New releases every week. The highest quality movies and shows with no ads.
Here we go.
You can watch it on all the devices you already own.
Yes!
and you can share it with 5 of your closest friends and family. Start streaming now.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Mel. Is now good for a quick catch-up on your plan?
Yes, now's great.
Refinance now or refinance later? Here are 10 tips to make your
Needless to say, your money could be working so much harder.
Yes, I'm thinking more long-term.
Interest rates will remain at current levels.
Great. We'll make that change to your plan and adjust as needed.
This helps a lot.
Bye, Mel.
Bye.
After you! I'm holding space for you, physically and emotionally!
I feel your validation, and I reciprocate your generosity.
You know what's surprising?
What, how well we're handling all this?
No, the prizes you could win with the new scratch-off games from the New York Lottery.
That is actually incredible. One sec.
You're a light to those around you!
You can take your light, and you can have a nice day.
Nothing surprises a New Yorker like new monthly scratch-off games from the New York Lottery. Play $10 million cash now.
The Jetta received a 5-star overall safety rating, so if you stars get in, we could also say it has a 5-star interior.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I thought it was a good idea.
Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get 2.9% APR financing or a $1,000 customer bonus on a new 2024 Jetta.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes.
Took game 1 of the series with a solid 4-2 victory, and we are back at Yankee Stadium for game 2, a little day game after a night game in the Bronx, as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It'll be the Chicago White Sox against the New York Yankees from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. Everybody, John Flaherty joined by Paul O'Neill. You mentioned last night's game, a 4-2 victory. Very solid pitching out on the mound, but the Bash brothers, Judge and Stanton, showed up last night.
When you get good pitching, you only need a couple big hits. And I don't know if you've watched recently, folks, but Aaron Judge has been on fire. On the first inning, wow, his 12th of the year, and he never hits a cheap one. And then Big G, he's been hitting harder, and he's been hitting the ball well, too. Again, these guys are 35-4 when they homer together. The Yankees are blasting the ball.
Yeah, well, look at the numbers. 12 home runs for Judge, 10 for Stanton. And you can see the numbers combined against the White Sox. And you just mentioned it, Paul, 35-4 when they homer in the same game. The rotation for the New York Yankees has been so solid recently, and they're going to give the ball this afternoon to a very talented right-hander, Luis Heel. When we come back, our Meredith Marakovitz was able to catch up with Aaron Boone about his young right-hander.
Big season. More reasons to say yes.
Wow. Aaron Judge crushes one.
Get all the Yankees action on the Yes app. Download now.
Hi, Surfer Dude, what's up? I see you looking at me. Take those earbuds out of your ears and come talk to me. I'm the Big C.
What is the Big C?
I'm here to tell you about skin cancer.
Hello.
Did you know your risk for melanoma doubles if you had more than 5 sunburns?
No.
No. Listen, mirrors don't lie. And more than 2 people die from skin cancer every hour.
Oh, man.
That's terrible.
If we see something new, changing, or unusual, that could be skin cancer.
Is there skin cancer on me right now?
I'm not a dermatologist, but you know who is?
Hey.
Your dermatologist. Come closer. That tiny spot on your nose could be the end of you. You guys checking yourselves out in the mirror right now? That could be skin cancer. The good news is, if you catch it early enough, you can be A-OK. You gotta get checked, girl.
Do I?
Yes! Everybody has to get checked. See the Big C today.
I debate all day. It's what I do. But there are some things that are undebatable, like your mental health. I was in a dark place when my brother passed away in a car accident. I was depressed in ways I never imagined. I reached out, and my sisters came, my pastor, my therapist. They helped me get through it. I found that the more I spoke up, the healthier my mind became. When you love your mind, you can go so much further. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org.
It is a beautiful day for baseball in the Bronx. Game 2 of the 3-game series between the Yankees and the White Sox is coming your way in just a few minutes. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Morakovitz. The Yankees' 2.87 ERA is the best in the majors right now. It's also the club's lowest team ERA through 46 games since 1952. The starters have been simply sensational lately. Last 5 games, they've allowed just 1 run in 33 innings pitched. This afternoon, it's going to be Luis Gil's turn to set the tone. According to manager Aaron Boone, he said Gil is pitching with a new level of focus this time around.
From the first time he was with us and came up and had some success, he's just really gotten really good at routine, in between starts, working on different things, professionalism. It's been really good to see his continued growth, and obviously, kind of cementing himself as a really important part of our team.
So just how good has Luis Gil been over the last 3 games? He's allowed just 1 run over 18 1/3 innings pitched. Opposing hitters batting just 100. Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network when we get back. First pitch, Game 2 between the Yankees and the White Sox.
Oh, whose is this? I wanted a house. She did too. Pizza. What did you break? I knew I couldn't do it on my own. Food's here. Right. So we thought, why not go all in together? Okay. That's when buying a home together got real. That was my good vase, wasn't it?
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
With FanDuel, your group chat will be blowing up every game of the NBA playoffs. Because right now, new customers can bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if you win. And with live betting, you can get in on all the action from tip-off to the final buzzer. Let's go! New customers can bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Plus, all customers get a no-sweat same-game parlay every weekend.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center and by FanDuel. Right now, new FanDuel customers can get $150 in bonus bets if your $5 bet wins. And by Hyundai. With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. The Yankees take the field. A little day game after a night game. Yankees won the first game of the series 4-2 last night. And we're going to take a look at today's starting lineup for the Chicago White Sox, brought to you by TikTok. Tommy Pham in center field leading off. Gavin Sheets gets a start in right field. Andrew Vaughn playing first base. Eloy Jimenez, the designated hitter. Andrew Benintendi back in left field. Paul DeJong at shortstop. Corey Lee behind the plate. Nicky Lopez at second base. And Danny Mendick playing third and hitting ninth. And they are going to face Luis Gil. It'll be his 9th start on the year, 4-1 record, a 2.51 ERA. And let's check out our Nissan pitcher scouting report on Gil.
Well, second time around. You want to play the music game, Flash? You think about that one. Second time around. Well, the rotation just went through 5 great starts, posting a 5-0 record. And it started with Gil last Sunday in Tampa. See if that continues. Better and better. Last 3 starts, he's only given up 1 run in 18 1/3 innings. And great combination, Flash. We were talking about it. Top-notch fastball, great changeup and a slider. And I hear he's working on a cutter. I don't know that he needs it.
Yeah, I don't know if he needs it either, but the fastball changeup has been special. We'll take a look at the Yankees defensively, presented by Defender. Verdugo out left, Judge in center, Soto in right. Birdie gets a start at third, Volpe at short, Gleyber Torres at second, Anthony Rizzo at first, Jose Trevino behind the plate, and he will be working with Luis Gil. Check out our keys to the game, which is brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can count that high. But, you know, the last 4 games, the middle of the order. 3, 4, 5 hitters, 467, 11 doubles, and 4 home runs. Pretty impressive. Home field, yeah, the Yankees were American League best, 14-6. And a 6-pack? No, it's not my IPA, Flash. I'm just saying. They've won 5 in a row 3 times. Never got to 6. See if that can happen today.
Last key to the game just got my attention, the 6-pack, as Luis Gil delivers a first pitch strike on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball to Tommy Pham. The Yankees come in 31-15, first place in the American League East. The White Sox 14-31. And Gil off to a good start. Slider misses down and away. Well, you mentioned it, Paul, this Yankee rotation, the last 5 starters have really gotten it done, starting with Gil against Tampa Bay. 6 innings, did not give up a run, walked 2 and struck out 3. And Rodon followed up. Then Stroman, then Schmidt, and Nestor Cortez last night. That's a good recipe for success to win some games.
Yeah, you start getting through that rotation like that. As good as the Yankees are swinging the bats, you're going to put together win streaks, what they are right now.
2-2 to Tommy Pham, fouls it off. Take a look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the New York Yankees. 67 degrees, but it feels like 74. 20% chance of rain, and the wind is in from left field. Nice overcast day game after a night game. Nothing wrong with that.
I always loved it, Flash. You know, bright sunny day. It's very hard to see the baseball.
And the 3-2. That's a base hit to right field. So Tommy Pham continuing his hot hitting for the White Sox. He had 3 hits last night and a leadoff single here in the top of the first. Take a look at the home plate umpire, Mike Estabrook. And we'll take a look at his scouting report. He's neutral, fewer high strikes, more low strikes, and he's been doing it for a long time. His 19th big league season. There's a look at the umpires around the diamond. Gavin Sheets, first pitch swinging, loops one into center field. Judge not going to be able to come up with that. So back-to-back base hits for the White Sox. They got something going here in the first.
Yeah, Tommy Pham, 0-2 on 2 fastballs, messed around with the slider, ends up getting a fastball for a hit. And then right here, right off the end of the bat, Gavin Sheets and Judge, nothing you can do. No chance.
That'll bring up Andrew Vaughn. He had a couple of hits last night, couple of RBIs.
You look back last night, Flash, and they had these situations a lot. And the Yankees, Nestor Cortez, he was able to get huge outs without giving up runs. And I was thinking that as I was going home yesterday, you know, you talk about the Aaron Judge home run, you talk about Stanton's home run. There was a time in the 8th inning where that game was very easily could have been tied. And you look at what Ferguson did out of the bullpen. You know, he had
2 big outs.
A strikeout and then a pop out. Yeah. You know, they never tied the game up, and then the Yankees get to Holmes, game's over.
Gil ahead in the count quickly, 0-2. A changeup at 93 miles an hour. Guy who can run it up there in the upper 90s, but not a whole lot of separation.
Yeah, that's a pitch that could have been called, right? Borderline.
Swing and a miss. Another changeup at 93. First strikeout of the afternoon for Gil.
The different locations, down and away, and then this changeup, you see him turn it over. Kind of sails up and in. Big strikeout.
You know, Paul, we were talking before this one started. Fastball, changeup, some sliders, and you mentioned a couple of cutters the last outing. And one thing I've noticed, when Gil gets himself in a little trouble, there's a comfort level with that changeup. He feels very confident that he can throw it and throw it for strikes. There's a DH, Eloy Jimenez. Another changeup, another swing and a miss.
3 in a row. He came out of the gates throwing fastballs, but you're right. As soon as he's gotten in trouble, he's really leaning on that changeup.
Lowest opposing average against Gil. in the American League.
Well, Flash, you can explain this. I mean, you see his numbers with changeups, and it's just like fans at home, why don't you just throw it every pitch? I mean, it has to work off something or you're going to get in trouble.
Yeah, you know what our buddy David Cohn says all the time, you have to protect it, right? There's another changeup. Now he's throwing, what's that, 4 or 5 in a row?
Right.
And it starts losing its effectiveness when you start seeing 93, 93, 93. You see maybe if he goes to a fastball here to kind of get Jimenez off of the changeup.
Yeah, fastball up out of the strike zone would be something that would really wake up a hitter.
In on the hands, another changeup. And again, this is Trevino's job behind the plate when you're working with a young pitcher who has an off-speed pitch that he really, really believes in.
Yeah, right now, the last 7 out of 8 pitches have been changeups.
Well, that's a heater up at 97. Benintendi waiting on deck. Well, if nothing else, the White Sox getting that pitch count up. The 18th pitch will be on the way. As Pham takes his lead off a second, Sheets his lead off a first. And a 2-2 from Heel. Line drive right field. Soto will be there to make the play. 2 down.
Again, you get to that big at bat, and Benintendi coming to the plate has been struggling all year offensively. But you know, you leadoff hitter gets on, and all of a sudden you got first and second, nobody out. You can wiggle out of this. It just seems like the momentum for the game completely turns.
Well, you mentioned Benintendi struggling all year. He was 0 for 4 last night. A big strikeout against Ferguson in the 8th inning last night where he was just overmatched by the Yankee lefty. Check swing, and that's going to be a bloop base hit to left field. Pham will score easily, and the White Sox are on the board as Benintendi will scoot into second base with a double.
Well, you talking about an excuse me bad luck hit right here. Just kind of a check swing. Well, that's why they call those check swings strikes when they do check down there. But this ball goes all the way to left field. Volpe not getting over to third base, so Verdugo just had to kind of eat it and let Vaughn get over there, or Sheets get over there to third base.
2 down, bring up the shortstop, Paul DeYoung. Those 2 out base hits are killers. We'll see if Heel can strand a couple of base runners here. DeYoung was cleaning up in last night's ball game, went 0 for 3, was pinch hit for his last at bat. You go back to Heel, his last start against Tampa Bay, 6 innings, only struck out 3 in that game. That's the one thing I noticed in that series. Didn't have that big swing and miss pitch. But was able to dominate that Rays lineup. Only 3 hits, no runs.
That's the pitch right there. I mean, the slider, he's had some 0-2 counts where he couldn't throw the slider for a strike, and there again, ball's just too far off the plate to get a swing and a miss.
White Sox 3 for 5 today. That is going to be a 2-out walk. Bases loaded full of White Sox as pitching coach Matt Blake going to come out and have a talk. Try to settle Heel down.
Yeah, this is a good visit in my mind. In fact, I think Trevino was going out there anyway. You know, just to settle him down, realize that, you know, you could have been easily been out of this inning. A cheap hit, you got to run, but let's not complicate things and let things get out of hand here.
Well, this is what you get from young pitchers with big arms, right? There are sometimes they're going to go out there and dominate when they pound the strike zone. There are going to be other starts where it's going to be a little tougher, and We talked last night about Clark Schmidt able to navigate lineups and figure out what type of stuff he has in today's game. Hill trying to figure it out. Last 3 starts, the .49 ERA. Brings up Corey Lee, will behind the plate today. As the bases are loaded for Lee's last 9 games, hitting .400, so one of the hottest White Sox hitters. Lee 305, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. Back-to-back changeups, 2-0 count. Another changeup in there for a strike. Wow.
Amazing. I mean, when you got 98 in your pocket, it's amazing that, you know, you really do feel comfortable being on base with this good changeup.
Another one, 4 in a row, back in the count now, 2-2. Crowd starting to get into it here, trying to get Healed through this first inning. The 29th pitch on the way. Got him. Big pitch for Luis Heel to work his way out of some major trouble. White Sox lead 1-0.
I love it when people say that something's impossible. I see that as a challenge.
Our calling was to build trucks, and that's why trucks are what we do. We put our everything into every truck, so that when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering it.
Today's starting lineup brought to you by TikTok for the New York Yankees. It'll be Anthony Volpe leading off, playing shortstop. Juan Soto in right field. Aaron Judge back in center, hitting third. Alex Verdugo cleaning up. Giancarlo Stanton with his 10th home run of the year last night, DHing. Anthony Rizzo at first. Gleyber Torres at second. Jose Trevino behind the plate. And third baseman will be John Birdie hitting ninth. And they're going to face the right-hander, Brad Keller. And you see his numbers on the year. His 5th game, his 2nd start, 2.84 ERA. And we're going to check out our Nissan pitcher scouting report on Keller.
Well, they did the old flip-flop. Michael Soroka was really struggling in the starting rotation, so they put him in the pen. Took Keller, who was in the pen, and brought him into the starting rotation. We'll see how that works. 5th highest ground ball rate in his major league career, which is kind of odd because he's not a sinker ball pitcher. A lot of sliders and a 4-seamer. And it's really his old role, though. He was good in relief this year, but 2018 through 2023 was basically a starter for the Kansas City Royals.
Anthony Volpe ready to go with his 10-game hitting streak. He extended that last night with an infield single in his last at-bat. Batting average back up to 272, 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. Slider gets the call down and away.
It's a slider that Heel did not have called a couple times in the first, top of the first.
Back-to-back sliders. He has a good one, and he throws it a lot, and that's really something, Paul, that's changed in the modern game, right? Pitchers throwing a lot more off-speed pitch, not establishing the fastball like they used to. Your guys in the dugout saying your elbow's going to fall off with all the sliders you're throwing, but that's the way the modern game has evolved. 2-2, driven to center field. Fan back a few steps before the warning track make the play. One down. Check out the White Sox defense, which is presented by Defender. Andrew Benintendi in left. We just saw Pham in center. Sheets gets a start in right field. Mendick at third. DeYoung at short. Nicky Lopez a start at second base. Andrew Vaughn back at first. Corey Lee behind the plate. And he'll be working with Brad Keller. And they'll go to work against Juan Soto. 301 batting average in his 46 games. Soto 1 for 4 in last night's game, but I don't think that tells the whole story, Paul.
Oh, he had some great swings. Flew out to the wall left center, flew out to the wall right center, and then his hit was a bullet also. So had a good night at the plate, just didn't have much to show for it.
Well, the one thing that's nice now when we work these games and we show the Yankee lineup, it's pretty consistent and pretty true every day.
Yeah, I love that part of it, and I think it's kind of the Juan Soto effect where, you know, he doesn't even look at the lineup card. He played 162 last year. You just walk in, you know who's playing. I know it's old school, but it just makes more sense to me. Guys get used to certain roles. It's all about timing of the game, and hitting in the same spot, I think, is important.
Yeah, and being a bench player for my 3 years here in New York, you knew what days you would be looking at the lineup. As Soto hammers this to right field and gone. A solo shot for Juan Soto, his 10th of the year, and we are all tied up.
That didn't take long. And we talked about his swings last night. We'll enjoy this one. His 10th of the year, 417 feet. Juan Soto's just fine.
The Yankees got on the board in the first inning last night's game with Aaron Judge's home run, and they get on the board in the first inning here with Juan Soto and his 10th bomb of the year. Soto was 4 for 31 coming into that at bat, but you detailed his swings last night were right on time. And one down to bring up Aaron Judge. Ground ball to third base. Mendick up with it. And the throw's going to be short and not in time.
Well, that was the bloop. This is the blast. Juan Soto, ball up in the strike zone, no doubt about it. Looks fun, doesn't it, Flash, to be that good?
Well, you can look at that swing all day long from the side, right? And then both you and I appreciate how perfect it is. Balanced, driving with his legs.
I've said it a lot. There's guys that use their legs and hips, and there's guys that are, you know, hands hitters. Juan Soto uses his lower body so well. Watch his front leg just stiff against it, just drive against it.
What do they say? Lead with the knob of the bat and the barrel will follow. That's a perfect view of that.
I think they say just be born with a swing like that, and things are going to work out for you.
There's the 0-2 to Verdugo. Fly ball left field. Benintendi make a bid for it. Runs out of room.
It was quite an effort from Benintendi. Actually left his feet to go into the stands. We've seen that wall over there. It's padded, but there's concrete behind it.
Wow. Nice play by the catcher. The catchers always make the greatest plays out there, Paul.
They got Verdugo another swing because Benintendi might have caught that ball, but not being in fair territory. It's not fan interference.
Well, that just made my day right there, bringing the catcher's mitt to a game.
Man, that doesn't take much.
No.
You got to see his catcher's mitt. I'll bring one in tomorrow and just throw it in the booth there.
Low throw, but the pick by DeYoung. Nice play to get the second out at second base.
Well, a couple shaky plays here. First, Mendick couldn't get the ball out of his glove. Gave Aaron Judge an opportunity to get into first. And then here, this ball, if it's not picked, is in the left field. Ends up being an out, though. I don't think he's talking those.
No, but, you know, there's a lot of reasons to smile if you're in that dugout for Juan Soto, right?
Yeah, I'd say.
2 down brings up Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton had his 10th home run of the year last night, and we talked about it. The 39th time that Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton have hit home runs in a game. You throw Juan Soto into that mix.
I think Soto's actually...
Oh, this ball driven to right center field and deep. That's going to be off the wall. Judge with Verdugo around second, around third. He's going to be waved home. And Stanton continues his red-hot hitting with a 2-out double. Yankees take a 2-1 lead.
It's a really good job by Rojas. I mean, if this cutoff man is hit, again, they'll start with their swing. This rip to right center field off the wall. But watch Verdugo. This isn't a sure score because this ball came off the wall quick. They got it in quick, but overthrew the cutoff man, which allowed Verdugo just to easily cruise into home plate. As I was watching this ball come in, Flash, I didn't know if Verdugo was going to score that easy, but with 2 outs, you know, Rojas is going to take a chance, and he paid off there.
2 down brings up Anthony Rizzo. Had a couple of hits in last night's game. I don't know where you can go with this lineup if you're pitching against it. I mean, right now, Volpe on a hitting streak. Soto, who was struggling a little bit, but we saw his bats last night. Judge has been on a heater. Verdugo's been solid. Stanton. And now you get to Rizzo here with a long, deep lineup. He rolls one over to the right side. And Keller's going to be able to work his way out of the first inning, but not after the damage had been done. Juan Soto, there was talk that he was struggling a little bit. He ends that with one swing of the bat. His 10th home run of the year tied it up, but the Yankees lead 2-1.
If you're taking a trip with your friends, why pay for 4 hotel rooms to stay apart? When you could get one Airbnb and stay together.
T-Mobile savings, take one. Guys, focus. Here's the line. At T-Mobile, you get tons of benefits, and you can still save versus the other guys. Focus.
Hello, T-Mobile. Oh, that you might want to just...
Stop. Just say it like this. At T-Mobile, you can save on every plan, and you get great benefits with Magenta Status.
Magenta Status.
Yeah!
I'll show you my Magenta Status.
Okay, I'll just do it. Check out the T-Mobile Savings Calculator to see how much you can save. And right now, we'll even pay off your phone when you switch.
When you're with Amex Platinum, your first vacation as a trio actually feels like a vacation. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Arby's made chicken wraps 2 for $5 because it's impossible to pick a favorite from honey mustard, ranch, and barbecue. But don't ever forget, you are Arby's favorite. Arby's, we have the meats.
And kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
Let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. Right now, new FanDuel customers can get $150 in bonus bets if your $5 bet wins. John Flaherty with Paul O'Neill, Meredith Marakovitz. And Meredith, you have more on Luis Heel?
Well, Flash, one thing the Yankees really like about Luis Heel is his demeanor on the mound. Look at that first inning, bases loaded, jams, throws 4 straight changeups to Lee, and then gets him with the fastball. I asked Aaron Boone how he seems so calm in any situation at his age, and he smiled at me and said, well, you've seen his stuff. When you have that type of stuff, you have the confidence, because at times you can just overwhelm hitters. When I spoke to Jose Trevino about Heel after his last start, he just raved about the way he attacks hitters and never backs down, adding he's just maturing every time out there on the mound. They've seen it in his preparation and the way he goes about his business. He just continues to grow with yet another strikeout, Flash.
Yeah, thank you very much, Meredith. And that was 3 fastballs that I was looking forward to see if he would try to establish that, Paul.
Yeah, especially late in the count where he went to the breaking balls in the first inning and then got into long counts.
Yeah.
Just went right after him there. Strike 3. You need a couple of these innings now because, you had 29 pitches in the first inning. If you break those down, Flash, 13 fastballs, 13 changeups, and 3 sliders. That's not the ratio you usually see from Heel.
No, and I'm sure there was a conversation in the dugout with Matt Blake, the pitching coach, Trevino, the catcher. Hey, we got to get this pitch count back under control here. And with that fastball, let's go to it. Try to get some early swings. Danny Mendick batting 9th. And the 1-2. And that clips the outside corner. Nice changeup from Heel. 4 strikeouts already.
Again, get ahead with the fastball, and then a lot of other stuff will work. And, good movement on the changeup, but it's still, when you've seen 97, 98, that 92, 93 plays a little bit different.
Back to the top of the lineup, Tommy Pham led this one off with a base hit.
Tommy Pham, and we talked about it, has kind of changed the way they go about their business here in Chicago. They really needed a player like that, getting off the start that they did. He's an 11-year vet. So he's been through a lot. The Cardinals, the Rays, the Padres, the Reds, the Red Sox, the Mets, and then he went to the D-backs. He had an opportunity to play in the World Series.
Three hits in last night's game, a leadoff single in this one. Now 9 for 17 over his last 4 games. He gets overpowered by that heel fastball. Lopez struck out, Mendick struck out. And Pham drives one to right center field and deep. And that's going to be off the wall. A 2-out double. He's going to hold at second now. 2-out double as Volpe tried to come back and apply the tags. And Tommy Pham is on a heater right now.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, he drives this ball after being down in the count. He just rips one. Luckily for the Yankees, it goes off the wall instead of in the seats. He's still, as a pitcher, with 2 outs. Get a big out here and get back in the dugout. You see Pham, he was thinking about going to third and thought, probably not. Volpe caught it, but was not able to get back in time.
2 outs for Gavin Sheets. Be careful with the first pitch, an aggressive hitter here. It's that change up for a strike. 5 for 7 already in this series. Couple of doubles, couple of runs. Heel quickly ahead in the count 0-2.
Look at that 242 average. He's got 12 doubles, which is 4th in the American League. So he can drive the ball.
A double in last night's game as a pinch hitter.
If you notice, the pinch hitting seems to be never easy, but much better now. And I think it all has to do with the cages and the machines, the things you can use. The old days hitting off a tee in the locker room, you just weren't ready to pinch hit. It was almost impossible.
Tapped right in front of the plate. Trevino calls for it. And they get Sheets by a half
half of steps. So Luis Heel able to work his way out of a little bit of trouble. Nice play by the Yankee catcher to get the final out here in the second inning. 2-out double by Pham, and he was stranded, and we will take this to the bottom of the second. Yankees lead 2-1.
Batting second. Guess it's time to paint.
What is going on?
Whether you're doing it yourself or hiring a pro, today, let's paint. Exclusively at the Home Depot.
If you're finally ready to take a trip without the kids, why stay at a hotel with more kids? Get an Airbnb and have the place to yourselves.
Dude, did you know BetMGM has responsible gambling tools so you don't get carried away?
I never get carried away. Well, there were the bobbleheads. And the playoff beer.
Chili's ready!
Well, those tools could really help.
Don't forget about the backyard rink.
Yeah, these tools are pretty great.
BetMGM is committed to making gambling safe and fun with responsible gambling.
It is time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the New York Yankees. Today's picture was submitted by Seth. His whole family loved going to their first game at Yankee Stadium together. Love that. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures that you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Nice crowd here at the stadium. Saturday afternoon, very comfortable weather.
Sounds like a song on your Saturday party. By the way, you didn't even, do you not know the answer when my scouting report second time around? Are you part of the game or not?
No, so Jack Curry's your guy with the music references, not me.
For the fans, I'm just going to throw you. It was Shalimar.
Shalimar.
That's probably a little early for you. I don't know.
Well, I do appreciate you sent me a little rock music mix for my workouts. Yes. I appreciated that today. As Torres rolls over, one down. On this Armed Forces Day, baseball salutes all active duty veterans and their families for your service to our country. Go to MLBtogether.com to learn more about how you can help to serve those who serve us. We thank everybody for their service on this Armed Forces weekend and every day. One down, bring up Jose Trevino. Austin Wells got the start last night. Trevino pinch hit for him late in that game. And gets a start today, a day game after a night game. And Paul, you mentioned pinch hitters and how successful that they have been lately, and maybe it's because of the batting cages behind the dugouts. And you brought me back to the old Yankee clubhouse where Robbie Cucuzza would set up a little net and a tee, and it was a little different back in the day.
It just didn't. I'd go hit off Troy Percival or somebody throwing 100. It's just like the tee with the net is
it's not going to get it done.
Flash, I just happened to look down. We had a foul ball, right? And I saw a guy hit it in hand. He booted it, didn't make the play, and he turned around. He had an O'Neal jersey on.
Yankees lead 2-1. Juan Soto got the Yankees on the board with his 10th home run of the year. Giancarlo Stanton, a double with 2 outs to drive in the second run. Yankees have won 5 games in a row, looking to make it 6 as Trevino hammers that down the left field line and gone. Jose Jose Trevino with a line drive solo home run. 3-1 Yanks.
Well, Trevino's really been hot. Catchers in particular have been really a bright spot offensively lately for the Yankees. His 5th of the year. I've said so many times how he can handle the high pitch because his very level swing. And we'll see the replay here in a second. This ball is up in the strike zone. Could easily be popped up. But he stays on top of it and just drives it into the seats.
Bring up John Birdie. Another look at the swing from the side.
You see that the path of his bat, that ball's up in the strike zone, but that is as level as it gets to a major league hitter. And any kind of uppercut here, you have a tendency to pop this ball up. But, you know, with that straight level swing, see his hands are on top of the ball, and he's just able to line that ball well enough to get into the seats.
DeYoung up with it, wide throw, and Birdie's going to be safe. What should be an error on the White Sox shortstop.
It's really impressive. I mean, Birdie runs well. He's going to get down the line, but as he's running, he's picking up the throw. They're picking up this throw. They're picking this one up in the front row. But he veered away from the tag by seeing the throw. And he peeks over there. He sees the first baseman. He gets out of the way.
Yeah, they scored that an error on the shortstop. Paul, we should mention Trevino now has 5 home runs. This is a guy who came to the Yankees with a reputation of all-glove, no-hit.
Yeah.
And they have 5 home runs already and limited at bats.
I mean, the platoon, if you want to call it that, catching-wise, we just talked about, I mean, offensively has been really, really good. Okay, Garrett Cole directing traffic over there.
Garrett Cole is very active in the Yankee dugout.
Doesn't know what to do with himself. He thinks every 5th day he's supposed to be running out to the mound.
Well, he was throwing a bullpen today, so he had a little activity. And Meredith, do you have a little more on that?
Forward for Garrett Cole, 2 ups for him, 20 pitches in each mock inning. There were guys standing in the batter's box for that, obviously not swinging. Matt Blake said afterwards the stuff was coming out crisp. He felt okay, and now the big thing will be how he recovers. He'll probably have another session similar, and then perhaps they talk about him facing hitters. So moving in the right direction, guys, but it's probably equivalent to about where he would be when he's starting spring training, so still a lot of steps to take.
All right, well, good news, though. Moving in the right direction.
Yeah, you don't want any setbacks. I mean, you've taken your time. The team is playing great, and you're going to add, the ex-Cy Young Award winner, so the reigning Cy Young Award winner. Only can get better.
Birdie taking his lead off of first. He has 3 stolen bases on the year. Has not been thrown out yet.
Meredith, you said he's going to throw to some hitters. It'd be interesting, and I would trust him because he's got great control. Just to go in there, step in there, just to see the ball.
Yeah.
And just remember how hard it is and how hard it is to try to swing and hit it.
Well, today's injury report is brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. And there's a look at Garrett Cole in the Yankee bullpen.
And that was at about 10:30 this morning, and he was in the clubhouse walking out to throw that bullpen session, and I just said, Garrett, bullpen today, already locked in, already intense. He said yes quickly and got right out there, but obviously the Yankees like to see that.
Juan Soto waiting on deck. Three-two count with 1 down. You expect Birdie to be on the move here with Anthony Volpe up at the plate. Lee behind the plate, a good thrower. There goes Birdie. Volpe puts it in play. The backhand by DeYoung. The accurate throw. 2 down.
Really kind of surprised because the Yankees, well, they didn't need with the long ball yesterday, but, if you look at the White Sox catchers, I mean, they've been basically the worst in baseball. They just have not thrown out runners. I think they had 42 or 44 stolen bases against, which leads all of baseball.
I saw something on Corey Lee behind the plate today for the White Sox. He has the quickest pop time to second base in the major leagues. Average pop time at 1.85. So you got to believe the pitching staff has a little bit to do with these stolen bases.
Well, here are the numbers. 44 out of 52. They've only thrown out 15% of the runners. So I don't know who you want to blame, but somebody's got to fix that. I mean, they're just going to get run out of the ballpark.
Yeah, Lee was about 20%. Maldonado, who caught last night, about 9%. So definitely been a weakness. But Juan Soto up there with 2 down, his 10th home run of the year. Pulls this one foul.
And you look back, and it was a quick one. And it was a no-doubter. Those are the easy calls for you, Flash.
Now that just has to be an amazing feeling, and you can talk about that, going deep and then going out playing right field in front of the bleacher creatures.
Can't wait to take the field.
Yeah.
Everybody loves you then. Just don't strike out. You put your hat down and don't look up in the stands.
But that really is one thing that we've seen from Soto in his brief Yankee career so far. He has embraced the crowds at Yankee Stadium, everything about that comes with being a Yankee.
You know, I had a little time with him last series, just the first really time to talk around the batting cage, and he could not be happier. And that's didn't have one thing negative to say about playing here in New York. It was just all, can you believe how this is? Can you believe how nice this is? And you can just tell he loves this atmosphere, and obviously the way this team is playing has a lot to do with the way he plays, and it's only going to make it a better chance for him to be in pinstripe for a long time.
Hal Steinbrenner has talked to our Jack Curry about that. Be open to talking about getting something done during the year. We'll see if it happens. It's going to be a big number.
Yeah, it's not going to be, there probably won't be any discounts involved.
3-1 Yankees looking to add on. Base hit to right field. Birdie around third. He will score easily. So Juan Soto swung the bat well last night. 2 for 2, a home run and a 2-out RBI. Yankees take a 4-1 lead.
Well, another off-speed pitch, and he just stays on it so long. He just kind of hangs, and he just hammers it. And we talk about that right side. I mean, no time whatsoever for Nicky Lopez to get over and make the play. So kind of flat-footed there. A little less movement allows him to just stay on the ball a little bit longer. He does that with 2 strikes, just to stay in there a little bit longer and not kind of fly open with that turned-in foot.
Aaron Judge 1 for 1, a single in the first. Now that batting average over 270.
Amazing.
Amazing. Right up and quick. That gets away from Lee behind the plate. Soto can make his way to second base. Be a wild pitch.
Yeah, he bounced it, but Flash, I don't know if that's the way you want your glove to be. You're trying to pick a curveball.
Well, the biggest thing when you're behind the plate, anticipating the ball in the dirt. And you see Lee didn't even offer to block it, just tried to backhand it. Judge, great numbers in his career against the White Sox. Batting average at .395. Just went up with that base hit. But he goes down swinging here to end the second inning. But the Yankee catchers, they've been getting it done behind the plate and alongside the plate as Trevino drills a solo home run, his 5th of the year. Yankees lead this one 4-1.
If you're finally ready to take a trip without the kids, why stay at a hotel with more kids? Get an Airbnb and have the place to yourselves.
meetings happen.
Hi, cutie.
Yeah, that's not good happens. Huge things happen. Home happens. Be there with Ring. Learn more at ring.com.
How is this Chili's 3 for me only $10.99 when fast food is so expensive?
Could be because we don't have to pay for any mascots.
Please! I was born for this! Please!
Never gonna happen!
Wait, I know the song! I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
He doesn't work here.
Chili's baby back ribs.
3 for me means more for you. Get a bottomless drink, bottomless chips and salsa, and the all-new Big Smasher Burger with fries for just $10.99 only at Chili's.
T-Mobile savings, take one. Focus. Here's the line. At T-Mobile, you get tons of benefits and you can still save versus the other guys. Okay, I'll just do it. Check out the T-Mobile savings calculator and see how much you can save. And right now, we'll even pay off your phone when you switch.
Coors Light?
Oh, shoot, I forgot to play the song. I got a guy who can fix this.
Follow Yes Network on TikTok for exclusive behind-the-scenes content, game highlights, and the latest Yankees news. Don't miss out. Join the ultimate sports community today. Top of the third inning, Yankees lead this one 4-1. Andrew Vaughn struck out in the first.
He had the tough first inning, and then it kind of a bounce back in the second. And now I would assume as a catcher, you're like, all right, we got things under order. Look at the scoreboard. We got a 3-run lead now. Let's get back to just pounding these guys. Offensively, you got to read into the numbers. Not a good offensive team.
Yeah, this is one of those situations. You're Trevino behind the plate. It's full attack mode with the fastball and just making sure whatever you come up with, you throw it over the plate, right? The last thing you want to do is give some free passes here. The Yankees put 4 up on the board already. Nice wild swing and a miss on a slider. One down here in the third. Well, that was the 5th Yankees strikeout. It's brought to you by Audi and the 2024 Audi Q5. Visit your local tri-state Audi dealer today.
Boy, a big breaker, not even close. But again, if you get ahead with the fastball, you're going to see hitters do that.
Jimenez pops it up. Who's going to get this one? Looks like Volpe is going to settle underneath it. 2 quick outs. This is really this inning, Paul, where you have to have a shutdown 3. Get that third out here. Keep that pitch count under control.
You know, I just wonder if, especially now with the pitch count being so important, that, you know, you get ahead 0-2, 1-2. Why waste pitches? You know, you start wasting pitches, you could cost yourself an inning of the game.
Well, that's popped up to the left side. Verdugo on the run, and he'll make the play. A very quick 1-2-3 inning for Luis Gil on 6 pitches. That'll help.
How is this Chili's 3 for me only $10.99 when fast food is so expensive?
Could be because we don't have to pay for any mascots.
Please! I was born for this! Please!
Never gonna happen!
Wait, I know the song! I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
He doesn't work here.
Chili's baby back ribs.
3 for me means more for you. Get a bottomless drink, bottomless chips and salsa, and the all-new Big Smasher Burger with fries for just $10.99 only at Chili's.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Okay, I get it. You say no-brainer and the guy with no brain shows up.
I'm sorry, we met our new boat.
For a new boat? You don't call me. You call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
There?
I was gonna say that.
He's right. Your State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage for your new boat and your RV. It's kind of a no-brainer. Easy decision.
All right.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions about your life, your career, and everything in between that we've uncovered. They're all centered on numbers. Some of the numbers might be familiar to you, but they all add up to tell your story. What do you want fans to think about when they see the number 23?
I wanted to be somebody different on the field, to be just known for baseball.
The Story of My Number, presented by the New York Lottery. Streaming now exclusively on the Yes app.
Well, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam and El Duque Hernandez at Yankee Stadium today, delivering the first pitch, a little tip to the crowd. And right down Broadway, El Duque, the Duke.
Not too many guys that I had the pleasure to play with that I had more fun with than him, and just respect. I mean, he would figure out a way to get it done.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. One of my favorite teammates. Now, you saw him in his prime. I saw him at the end when he had a hurt shoulder and still found a way to get through a lineup.
Yeah, I mean, some of the... And it all comes in. He and Jorge Posada would be in the tunnel just screaming, and I couldn't understand it. It was in Spanish, but I knew it wasn't good. But they would bicker and fight together and then go out and get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then go down and do it again. It's amazing.
Well, here's the resume. 4-time world champion, 90 wins, ALCS MVP with the Yankees in 99, and look at those numbers in the postseason.
I'm going to ask Duque if he can still get that leg up that high.
Well, I don't know if you remember his first major league start. I do, because I was in the opposing dugout at Yankee Stadium. I didn't get the start that night. But the scouting report that we got from the Devil Rays back then was average velocity fastball, 90 miles an hour, and an average slider. All right, and then he shows up out on the mound with this big leg kick, and he's dropping down, sweeping sliders all over the place, and we had no shot.
Somebody mailed in that scout.
Yeah, it wasn't a great report.
His first start there, because when Coney got bit by a dog.
Now, we both know Coney pretty well. Do we buy that story?
That sounds good at the time, right? I know that'd be the last time that dog came into the house.
That catches Verdugo, looking one down here in the third. I'll give you one more on El Duque. At the end of his career, he had a bad shoulder. And Mike Borzello, the old bullpen catcher, was in the dugout and said, you know, how's your, or the clubhouse, how's your shoulder? He said, no, malo, it's not good. And he said, well, how are you going to get through this lineup? And he said, I don't pitch with my shoulder. I pitch with something else. And here's a look at the first start against the Devil Rays. A lot of swings and misses in that ball game.
I remember, I mean, there were times where I was in right field in a World Series game, and it was almost like he would walk 2 guys to get to 1 guy and get that out. I mean, he was so smart.
Stanton drives one again to right center field, and gone. Giancarlo Stanton on fire right now. His 11th home run of the year. 2nd RBI of the game, and the Yankees lead 5-1. Wow.
You know, Flash, you said it. I mean, earlier in the game, how do you navigate this lineup right now? Judge hitting the ball out of the ballpark. Stanton hitting the ball out right field, left field. Verdugo good at bats. I mean, there's just so many good things happening offensively for the Yankees now. We can kind of sit back and just enjoy what's going on offensively.
You know, Paul, if you think back to last night's game, Stanton drilled one off the top of the wall in left center field that just missed the 2nd home run of the game. And Aaron Boone talked about it after the game last night with Stanton. You can tell when he's balanced at the plate, good things are going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, he just clubbed that thing, and he just hit it hard enough to go the other way and just go. Flash, I was just looking at the video of the Rays, and you were part of that organization. As you looked at Stanton, another breaking ball just kind of sits there, and that's where they usually end up, is in the seats. And my point is, I mean, that is a team. You weren't very good at that point. It's just the way it was. And I mean, and I kind of look at, you know, the White Sox. I mean, being out of it this early in the season, it's got to be tough to take the field every day, knowing chances are you're going to lose.
Yeah, and you hate to admit it, but you would admit it to your buddies that you're playing for yourself. There's really no other way to go about it. When you know there's not going to be any postseason, you start thinking, how am I going to go out and perform every night? And then you think about Tropicana Field with not a whole lot of fans there. Another look at the Stanton swing.
Right there at impact. There's no doubt about it. I mean, with his bat speed, and we've gone over it, he leads all of baseball in bats. When he squares it up, it's going somewhere real hard.
2 down, bring up Gleyber Torres. 0 for 1, ground ball in the second.
Yeah, when you talk about, to your point, Flash, you go out and you're playing and you're trying to force it for yourself. It takes the fun out of the game, and it makes it harder to play the game. I mean, when you're playing out there as a team, trying to win, accumulate wins, get ready for a playoff, it just seems like every facet of the game is easier. You know, your big at-bats mean winning or losing. Your strikeouts, you're handing the bat to the guy behind you to try to pick you up. And you lose that when you're this far out.
I think all of the little things, right, Paul? And I mean, I was a catcher who was defense first and the offense second. The little things that you would do in a game, move runners over, another low throw, another pick by Vaughn, that you kind of lose when you're on a losing club. And Giancarlo Stanton doesn't want to be a part of a losing club. He is on a heater right now. His 11th home run of the year, and the Yankees are driving the long ball in this one.
It's 10 feet. One shot makes you a soup for 24.
Waiting for the break of day. Getting up to splash my face. Wanting just to stay away. Should I try to do?
Give me a hug. By the time we realized that she was sick, it had grown into about a softball-sized tumor and spread through her bone marrow, her lymph nodes.
We thought we were losing our daughter. And then when we came to St. Jude, everything changed. I see these massive jumps in what can happen for children and families from the work that's being done here at St. Jude. And we have doctors here who are working on that research right now.
I hope they can keep going and keep doing the research and keep advancing all the treatments so that kids don't have to deal with this anymore.
At St. Jude, there was hope.
Hope changes everything.
At First Tee, we teach kids how to play golf, but that's not our end game. Golf is simply our means to teach life lessons that build inner strength, self-confidence, and resilience.
It's more than a game. It helps them be more independent, more secure. It has given them more confidence, and I think that helps them with everything else.
Come join us at First Tee.
Tomorrow afternoon on Yes, the Yankees wrap up this 3-game set with the White Sox here at the stadium. Coverage begins at 12:30 with batting practice and then the pregame. And then first pitch is scheduled for 1:35. If you get Yes on TV, then you definitely get the Yes app for free. Get an extra half hour tomorrow, Paul.
Unbelievable.
1:35 start.
All right. Well, you said last night in the pregame we're going to bring you all 3 of these, so I guess it's me and you again.
I guess if they invite us back, we'll do it again tomorrow.
Don't do anything silly. Get us kicked out of here, Flash.
Luis Gil back out there for the 4th inning. Yanks lead this one 5-1. 3 home runs for the Yankees. Soto, Trevino, and Stanton. And another strikeout for Luis Gil. 1 down here in the 4th.
Well, he's like a different pitcher when he starts relying on that good fastball instead of getting away from it. And in the last couple innings, you know, he's reestablished it to the point where he looks like he's in control again.
He brings up Corey Lee, was a strikeout victim in the 1st.
Corey Lee was a big prospect, first-round pick back in 2019 with the Astros. He started his career with Houston and then was traded for Kendall Graveman. Been with the White Sox for the last couple of years.
You wonder if he's going to start getting a lot more of the playing time with Maldonado struggling at the plate, struggling throwing runners out. There's a check swing. He went. Heel quickly ahead in the count 0-2. Six strikeouts for Heel, looking for number 7. These are the games if you're Jose Trevino behind the plate. You start introducing that third pitch, that slider. There's a four-seam fastball, strikeout number 7. And Heel looks like a completely different pitcher.
Yeah, I love to see him have success with the fastball because then he believes in it. And every once in a while, Flash, I don't know if you've noticed the slider, he almost drops his arm a little bit and almost aims it. He's not really releasing it.
And hitters can pick up on that, right? A little lower arm angle. Right away you say, okay, something off speed. 2 down for Nicky Lopez. Again, ahead in the count 0-2. That's an elevated fastball, and that is an impressive 4th inning for Luis Heel. Strikeout of DeYoung, strikeout of Lee, and a strikeout of Lopez. Yankees lead this one 5-1.
Get 3.9% APR for 48 months plus $1,000 purchase allowance on a 2024 Cadillac Lyriq when you finance through Cadillac Financial.
How do you sleep at night?
Oh, on a mattress from Mattress Firm. So I sleep.
It's Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale. Get a queen mattress and adjustable base for $499.99 and save over 60%. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night.
Your skin is ever changing. Take care of it. With Gold Bond's Age Renew formulations of 7 moisturizers and 3 vitamins for all your skins. Gold Bond.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. Our incredible same-game parlay gets even better when you add Profit Boost. You can still combine all of your favorite selections to increase your potential winnings, but now we're giving you the option to boost your profit up to an extra 30%. Look out for a Profit Boost on select games and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
We are back for the bottom of the 4th inning. 5-1 Yankees on our Cadillac scoreboard. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Yankees. Trevino, Birdie, and back to the top of the lineup with Anthony Volpe. 3 home runs in his last 4 games, 5 on the year for Trevino. Yankees 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, looking to add on here in the 4th. As that slider clips the outside corner. Five runs on 6 hits. And a swing and a miss for the first out here in the 4th.
You saw Trevino's reaction. It was all because, you're swinging at pitches out of the strike zone. It frustrates you here. This ball just takes off up and in. No chance to do anything with it.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, John Birdie. Birdie has hit safely in 9 of his 11 starts. Batting .282 over that stretch.
Birdie, Volpe, those guys, when things slow down a little bit home run wise. Right now, guys are hitting the ball out of the ballpark like it's easy and you're scoring a lot of runs. But you're going to add speed into the lineup too. Birdie can run, Volpe can steal bases. And when the team is struggling, it's only going to help, you know.
Two quick outs here for Keller. Back to the top of the lineup. Anthony Volpe, his 10-game hitting streak, 0 for 2. Right back up the middle. Lopez with the backhand and the accurate throw. Nice play by the White Sox second baseman to end the bottom of the 4th inning. The backhand and the more impressive part of that play, the strong throw right on the money. We'll take this baby to the 5th.
Get 2 or more favorites for just $6.99.
Give me that ooey gooey, crispy, crunchy, mouth watering. Give me that choco chippy, dippy, drippy, Papa wingin'. Pair of pizza with your favorite sides for $6.99 each. Papa John's.
You know what's brilliant? Boring. Think about it. Boring is the unsung catalyst for bold.
What straps gold to a rocket and hurtles it into space? Boring does.
Boring makes vacations happen.
Early retirement's possible.
And startups start up.
Because it's smart, dependable, and steady. All words you want from your bank. For nearly 160 years, PNC Bank has been brilliantly boring, so you can be happily fulfilled. Which is pretty unboring if you think about it.
For real?
Missing kickoff? Not on my watch. Ultimate's fuel-efficient VC turbo engine hustles like an MVP. Game on.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Now get a low $209 per month lease on the 2024 Nissan Altima.
50 years with my best friend.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
The Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. Danny Mendick leading off the top of the 5th inning. Yankees lead this one 5-1.
You always look at first pitch strikes, and that's 14 out of 18 for a heel, which is always a good thing.
Change up, a swing and a miss. Well, Paul, as I'm watching this Yankee team win 5 in a row, and they jump out to a quick 5-1 lead in this one. It reminds me of going against your 98 team. I never faced a team that I felt like you guys would jump out to an early lead. If we as the opponent kind of showed we were going to fight back, you would step on the gas again and just put us away.
It seemed like that, but it was just playing hard every day with a good group of players where everybody had a good year.
Yeah.
It was, you had to look at that lineup and think the same thing. You know, there's really no easy outs. Guys are battling up there. They had a lot of pride at just winning games.
Yeah, it felt like we were almost beat when we watched you guys take batting practice, believe it or not. It was just the way you went about your business. And you see Heel retired 10 of the last 11, 7 strikeouts during that stretch. But you kind of get the feeling with this Yankee team, second best record in major leagues, another strikeout for Heel, but they got it all working right now.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at Heel, and really, I don't know as a catcher if you just notice, I mean, there's really only one guy in this lineup, and it's Tommy Pham that has caught up to that fastball.
Yep.
Do you want to keep a pitcher sharp and just mix in other stuff, or just like at this point, you know what? Until they show they can catch up to it, let's just stick with your fastball.
Yeah, establish the fastball. You have a 4-run lead. Your lineup is showing they're going to put some runs on the board. So I mentioned, with every young pitcher, there's a third pitch that you're trying to get to the next level. With Heel, it would be the slider. So you try to pick your spots at some point to mix it in. There's a slider right there. Get back in the count 1-1. Not a great pitch, but you gain a little confidence throwing it for a strike. Pham 3 hits last night. He's 2 for 2 already in this one.
And his slider, more of an off-speed pitch than his changeup.
His changeup, yep. 9 strikeouts, 14 of 19 first pitch strikes, only 2 3-ball counts.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams, and I want to share with you the role that diabetes has had in my family. I lost my grandmother at the early age of 64 due to complications with diabetes. She was warm, generous, and a constant encouragement for me to follow my heart. Did you know that African Americans experience chronic kidney disease at a rate that's 25% higher than white Americans? And we're almost 4 times more likely to develop kidney failure. Diabetes and high blood pressure are leading causes of kidney disease, which can result in kidney failure, needing dialysis or a kidney transplant. The good news is that you have the power to check out how well your kidneys are doing and learn ways to prevent them from failing. So go to your doctor and get yourself checked out. Visit linkmylovetv.org to learn more. Get the facts, get checked, and get healthy.
What would you do for clean water? For over 700 million people around the world, the answer is literally anything. Walk for hours, stop going to school, sacrifice sleep, health, money, and time, all for water that's not even safe to drink. It doesn't have to be this way. This is a problem we can solve together. Join Charity Water in our mission to end the global water crisis. Visit charitywater.org today.
5-1 Yankees on our Audi scoreboard. Bottom of the 5th inning, it'll be Soto, Judge, and Verdugo. Soto 2 for 2, a home run, a single, couple of RBIs, now has 36 RBIs on the year. And this is belted and deep and way gone. Wow.
I mean, what do you say? I mean, this offense is rolling right now, and you've got some superstars that are just doing some things that we're getting used to. And it's... Flash, these guys are good right now. Wow.
First multi-home run game with the Yankees, 18th of his career.
The dog pound's going to be tired in there if they just keep jacking them. Also went into an area you don't see baseballs go very often from a lefty, just in the corner of the second deck there out in the bleachers.
They say 437 on that one?
Yeah, you know, after I've seen a couple of Judges and Stanton's distance, I don't know how scientific that is. Like I said last night, I think a couple of them are still going.
Last night's game, it was Judge and Stanton. Today, it is Soto twice, Trevino once, Stanton with a solo shot. It all adds up to a 6-1 Yankee lead. And Aaron Judge's going to take his timeout. Soroka getting loose in that White Sox pen. Aaron Judge works a walk.
Well, the first one was up away. This ball kind of just right where he wants it, down the inner half. Right off off the bat. You know where that's heading. And like I said, that went into the second deck there in the corner. You don't see too many land there.
Well, that is going to do it for the starting pitcher, Brad Keller, as Pedro Grifol, after that Juan Soto home run, second of the day, going to make a pitching change, make a call to the bullpen. It just never gets old looking at this swing from Juan Soto.
He's here. Anyone want a Coors Light?
Oh, shoot, I forgot to play the song. I got a guy who can fix this.
Well, if you want my 2 cents on interest rates, we got options.
My 2 cents. This one's priced to sell.
My 2 cents?
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 Here's my 2 cents. I'm planning for the future. Interest plus interest equals more interest. Come on, now. You can do that.
Hi, Joan. Perfect timing. I have a few questions.
Let's look at your plan and see what makes sense for you.
Itchy pad? With Chewy, save 20% on your first pharmacy order, so you can put an end to the itch. Get flea and tick medication delivered right to your door.
He knows how to work a crowd. The marvelous Mr. Soto. It's a must-watch. A long home run for the amazing Soto. Soto keeps doing it.
He is so much fun to watch.
Soto has exceeded all the expectations.
Well, the Yankees lead this one 6-1. You probably saw this coming with the swings of Juan Soto last night, having a big day. 2 home runs, a base hit, another RBI. And Michael Soroka will take over for the White Sox, only the second relief appearance of his career.
In the scouting report, we talked about he flip-flop. Keller, I mean, what gets you sent to the bullpen on a team that's not playing well? 9 starts, 10 home runs, which was most in the American League, a 6.39 ERA, 24 walks, only 24 strikeouts. It's not a very good ratio.
They've had a lot of success with the Atlanta Braves. Trying to get his career back on track and quickly ahead of Alex Verdugo. 0-2. Verdugo looking for his first hit of the afternoon.
You see up on the board, I think John Filippelli, our boss, brought his granddaughter to the game today. I think it's her first game. First baseball game.
Second birthday.
Nice. Give her a couple years to break her in.
It's a good way to spend a birthday. A day game at the stadium.
I know all about these grandchildren now. Like a pro now. Actually, I had to babysit the other night. My wife and daughter went to a concert, so I babysat for my grandson. Putting him to bed, you don't know how many rules and regulations are. You got sound machines and sleep sacks and all kinds of stuff that you got to do. You just don't plop them into bed anymore.
Wait a second. Sound machines and sleep sacks. What is a sleep sack?
Well, you put them in and you zip it up, and then they know it kind of comforts them, and they know it's time to go to bed, and it works. So I'm not going to go against it.
How old is he?
Right around a year. Like I said, things have changed a little bit, Flash.
Swing and a miss, first out here in the 5th inning. Now, I have not experienced it yet, but every grandparent that I talked to said it's the greatest thing ever.
It's hilarious because, you know, you have so much fun. You see them grow, and you see so much in them that were in your own children, you know. But at the end of the day, you hand them back and you go home.
Go play golf.
Yeah.
One down here, it's the DH Stanton. A double and an RBI in the first. Another home run in the third. Both of those balls driven to right center field. Brad Keller, who started this game, Paul, and you talked about it, he's a ground ball pitcher.
Yeah.
And there have not been too many ground balls in this one. A lot of long fly balls.
Yeah, he started, he's a slider pitcher.
Yeah.
It actually fit more for the bullpen if you look at it. And, when you start hanging that slider, they're going to go a long way.
Soroka staying away from Stanton. Fastball right down the middle.
Stan Williams was a pitching coach, Stanley Steamer, and he used to always tell me that, there's nothing harder than pitching to a really good hitter. And he said the only thing is harder is when a really good hitter is hot. And if you look at this Yankee lineup, that's what you got. You got 4 or 5 guys that are great hitters that are hot right now. So to get through this lineup and not leave a few marks up on the scoreboard is going to be very tough.
Three, 4, 5 hitters last 5 games. Getting it done big time. 5 home runs, 14 RBIs. Fastball misses way off the plate. So first and second, one down for Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo, 253, 7 home runs. He's kind of laying in the weeds, too. All of a sudden, bam, he could pop for a week or two and be right with these guys.
The old catcher comes out in me, Paul, because when you start navigating the middle of the lineup, we just looked at the graphic, 3, 4, 5, how they're getting it done. And then this guy strolls up to the plate, and there's naturally a little bit of a letdown. That's where Anthony Rizzo can really take advantage. Rizzo 0 for 2 today.
I think Rizzo uses a timeout in the pitcher making contact, eye contact. I think he uses it more than anybody in the American League.
This is really where Rizzo is at his best. When he gets behind in the count, chokes up on the bat a little bit, and just kind of gets into that battle mode. Trying to put this ball in play. Not going to be able to do it there. Strikeout from Soroka, 2 down.
Well, again, lefties love it down and in, but with 2 strikes, you can down and in the back foot. You will get that swing and a miss.
2 down to bring up Gleyber Torres. Trying to extend a very modest 5-game hitting streak. He's 0 for 2.
You see, they're trying to iron some things out with Soroka, but I mean, you look at his fastball, 96, 97. That always comes with that arm speed, a good breaking ball, which you saw against Rizzo.
Heading the count here, 0-2. That slider misses down and away. Well, you wonder if that move to the bullpen just simplifies things a little bit, right? You don't think about it as much when you're game planning for a lineup. Don't know when you're going to pitch. Just come in, fastball, slider, try to get back on track.
The big difference in the bullpen is, kind of the unknown. You're not sure if you are going to pitch or, if you have a bad outing time and time again, and then you have that 4 nights, 4 days to think about the next time. It's almost like you can overthink something, almost dwell on things.
Swing and a miss, got away from Lee, throws to first, and will do it here for the 5th inning. But Juan Soto, you could say, came into this one struggling a little bit. Well, that struggle is over. That was his first home run of the day, number 10. There's the second, number 11. The captain loves it. 6-1 Bombers.
For years, one company has battled to deliver business products the next day with no freight charges. Now, WB Mason, with their famous fleet of trucks and drivers, faces their biggest challenge, rescuing shipping and packaging buyers from expensive freight charges. That's right. Now, boxes, stretch film, and packaging tape are delivered the very next day at amazingly low prices. So, who do you call for fast delivery and no expensive freight charges? Who but WB Mason?
This MLB season, FanDuel is taking you out to every ball game. New customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win.
Is it possible to be more capable and more practical? Be able to perform here and here. Make a statement while barely making a sound. And command the road as well as what lies ahead. How we get there matters. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Bob Lorenz with your Audi update. A quest for perfection from Tyler Alexander with the Rays yesterday, mowing down Blue Jays in the 4th. At that point, 12 up, 12 down. Alexander was perfect through 7 1/3 till Danny Jansen blooped one in. Blue Jays actually scored some runs, but the Rays won it 4-3 for their 3rd straight win. Flash. Thank you very much, Bob. Yankees lead 6-1 on our Montefiore Einstein scoreboard. Luis Gil back out. Luis Gil back out for the 6th inning, and why not? A career-high 11 strikeouts, 6 straight. Yankee record is 8 by Ron Davis. 3-4-5, Vaughn, Jimenez, Benintendi. Oh, and he's ahead in the count 0-2 again.
I didn't want to bring it up and jinx him, Flash.
Slider down and away, did not go.
This was a little closer than it looked, but didn't get the call.
Well, there's a swing and a miss at a slider. 7 strikeouts in a row for Luis Gil.
Well, when you pitch the right way, Flash, it starts to look easy. You get ahead with the fastball and then, throw that breaking ball just off the outside corner. Vaughn will give you a swing and a miss.
And when you throw 97, 98 miles an hour, you're going to take some weak swings on sliders off the plate. Jimenez 0 for 2. Gil, his last outing against Tampa Bay, 6 innings, only 3 strikeouts as he dominated that lineup and picked up a win.
I don't know if he's doing it intentionally, but he's getting great movement into righties with that changeup. And then, if you got that going that way, 97, and then a slider going away, it's a lot to cover as a hitter.
Pitch count in the mid-80s. There's a ground ball that gets past Birdie. That'll be a base hit, so that strikeout streak comes to an end. 1 out base hit for Jimenez.
Well, this is a slider that didn't make it to the outside corner. You see it spinning, didn't quite get there. Finds a hole on the left side.
Paul, I mentioned that pitch count at 87. You have 12 strikeouts, and you have 87 pitches. That's pretty good.
Yeah, especially when you threw, 29 pitches in the first inning.
Looking to get through 6 innings again. He's done it his last 3 starts. And the pitch count for Luis Gil usually anywhere from 90 to 100 pitches. Aaron Boone doesn't like to extend him much past that. .29 in the first. And he's been spectacular since. Benintendi 1 for 2, a bloop double down the left field line to drive in a run. The only run against Luis Gil. Two got him. 13 strikeouts for Gil.
And there's a changeup again, and this one goes away from the lefty. Just tremendous movement on this. How do you hold that one, Flash? It's a pretty good pitch.
It's a pretty good pitch. You see Benintendi way out in front, ball moving away from him. DeYoung first pitch swinging, fouls that one off. 94th pitch coming. Starting to see a little activity in that Yankee bullpen. Nobody up on the mound yet. Career high, 13 strikeouts. As DeYoung pops this one up, Trevino over near the White Sox dugout, and in the dugout can't make the play.
You don't get it much help over in that visiting dugout.
Not on the visiting dugout. And again, we talked about this last night. Those pop-ups go up for catchers, and you're trying to figure out, is this going to come back to the field to play? It doesn't. Good bid by Trevino. Can't come up with it.
Immediately, Flash, get rid of the mask. Aren't you taught that?
Yeah, back in the day, that's what we were taught. Hold on to the mask till you figure out where you're going to go catch it, and then get rid of it, so you don't backpedal on top of the mask. But with these hockey-style masks now, there's really no need if you don't want to get rid of it. 1-2 to DeYoung. That's up. You got to believe it is a empty the tank right now for Luis Gil. 96 pitches, 13 strikeouts, gave a 1 run in the first. Santana just started throwing in the Yankee bullpen. Jimenez will be on the move. 3-2, 2 outs. Fastball, another strikeout for Luis Gil. That is 14 strikeouts. What a performance by the young right-hander.
Summer's here.
At KFC, grab 2 pieces of hot, juicy chicken, a side of mashed potatoes and gravy, and a biscuit for just $4.99. Son of a bucket, that's a good deal. New taste of KFC deals. Only at KFC.
Get a new Tundra or Tundra iForce Max with 1.99% APR for 48 months plus $1,000 TFS subvention APR cash. Or lease a new 2024 Tundra for just $4.99 a month.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
It's temp fee. One shot makes you a soup for 24.
Waiting for the break of day. Getting up to splash my face. Wanting just to stay away. Should I try to do some more?
What do you mean the connecting rooms were not confirmed?
Exactly, not confirmed.
We need to be able to see our kids.
Oh, you'll be able to see them.
When you want your kids in a room that's actually connecting, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
It's time to do summer your way at the Home Depot, so you can dig into more projects, pack in more flavor, and dial up the doing, however you choose to do it. Don't miss Memorial Day savings happening now at the Home Depot.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And by Buick. Visit your local tri-state Buick dealers. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. Smiles in that Yankee dugout. A lot of hugs from the manager, Aaron Boone. And why not? 6 innings, 14 strikeouts, a career high. A dominant performance by Luis Gil. As Trevino leads off the 6th inning, fly ball to right field. Sheets will take care of that one.
There it is, Flag.
All right, here we go. Name that Yankee. And this is a 4, so a little bit tougher than last night. 288 wins, 3.34 ERA, and a lot of strikeouts. Played for the Yankees 79 to 82.
And then came back.
Then 86 to 89.
That should help us. Come on. I'm 2 for 2, Flash. I just asked the truck. I threw it out of my hat, and it stuck on the wall, and it's right. This guy that we're talking about, he's not even in the game, and you hear his name in baseball almost every single day. If that's not a clue for you, there's something wrong.
I got to bear down on this. You know, when you do play-by-play, it's not that easy. You have other things that you got to pay attention to.
Yeah, I'm looking at birds and fans and all kinds of stuff while you're doing your work over here. That's another clue from right there.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, folks, we're just going to hand it to you.
We just showed a graphic on Luis Gil with his 14 strikeouts, and there was another name on that graphic that was pretty good. The first time since Garrett Cole did it. That's pretty good company to be being a graphic with.
I mean, our scouting report was better and better, and I mean, to have that little hiccup in the first inning, it's almost a little trial where he worked through it again and then ends up, with 14 strikeouts. So he really found it again, and I think the first inning was getting away from the fastball. He got back to the fastball and was just overpowering.
I wonder if that first inning was maybe a little bit of a wake-up call too, right? I mean, if you look at his last 3 starts, he'd thrown 6 innings or more and only given up 6 hits over his last 3 starts. So it was pretty easy for him. And then you get to that first inning where, oh, okay, here we go. I'm going to have to go out there and figure this out. And boy, did he ever. 14 strikeouts today. That's his 16th time in team history.
And we keep bringing up the first inning. And if you look at it, some of the longer counts, but there was a couple blue pits.
Yep.
Bases loaded. Could have broke the game open early, but I mean, he only gave up 1 run. So, that's another one of those learning experiences. Fight, battle, get out of an inning, and let your offense take off.
Boy, the time between starts for a starting pitcher, when you go out and dominate and you have 14 strikeouts and you have 4 or 5 days, as Lee, a strong throw, keeping Birdie honest. You have those 4 or 5 days in between starts. The greatest job in baseball.
I would think. You see Birdie kind of leaning back, so no chance.
Anthony Volpe ahead in the count, 2-0. He's 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Nice play by Lopez, the second baseman, to rob him of a base hit his last time. Garrett Cole is talking to him about the side session that they had in Tampa where he was working with him on breaking his hands a little bit earlier. Well, obviously, it worked in Tampa, and it worked this afternoon. If Garrett Cole told me something about pitching, I think I'd probably listen to him.
At this point, no doubt about it. It's an ideal situation for Volpe. As much as he wants to hit the ball to the right side now, that's kind of been his approach this year. Birdie on first base, that right side of the infield wide open.
The school is in session. And the 2-2. Flip the other way. That's going to be a base hit, and that's going to extend a hitting streak for Anthony Volpe. He's thinking 2, and he'll be safe. 11-game hitting streak. We're going to take a look at our Audi electric moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your tri-state Audi dealer today, and it's all about Luis Heel.
Yeah, he was something. I mean, after that first inning, he found that fastball again and just dominated, overpowered fastball and a great changeup. It's in a slider or two. It's your electric moment. And I tell you what, he's got electric stuff.
Yankees looking to add on here in the 6th inning. Second and third, one down for Juan Soto. Aaron Judge breaking it down with Giancarlo Stanton, so it's not going to get any easier for Soroka. And Soto having himself an afternoon. 2 home runs, a base hit, an RBI. And that batting average that dipped right below 300 yesterday, well, it's back at 313 right now. Infield in for the White Sox, trying to cut down that run. Juan Soto has hit 2 home runs in a game 18 times. He has never hit 3 home runs in a big league game. Birdie off of third, Volpe off of second. Yeah, I would say the home plate strike zone for Mike Estabrook has been generous for both sides.
A couple of balls down, a little low out of the strike zone have been strikes today.
3 RBIs for Soto today, looking to add on to that. Well, here's a situation if you're Lee behind the plate. You're like, okay, I got this guy up here. He's hit 2 home runs. Driven in 3. First base is open, but there's a big guy standing on deck.
Big number 99.
Yeah, named Aaron Judge. That misses badly down and in with the slider. This pitch will tell you a lot about Soroka right here. Does he come right at Juan Soto, or does he pitch around him and try to get a piece of Aaron Judge? 3-1 hitters count. And that misses, and that's not close. So Juan Soto 3 for 3 now with a walk, and that brings up Aaron Judge with the bases loaded.
Well, Aaron Judge has seen this his whole career. I mean, guys pitching him carefully. Well, he sees it in front of him on the on-deck circle now in Juan Soto. And now these are opportunities that Aaron Judge is going to have because Juan Soto is hitting in front of him where they can't give in to him. And now Aaron Judge gets an opportunity with bases loaded.
Judge hit his 12th home run of the year last night. Well, we're cooking up something special with Hexclad. And you can see the extra base hits, 27 of those first, doubles first, walks first, OPS second. Join the hybrid revolution at hexclad.com. That's in there for a strike. Quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. This would be the 28th game for Aaron Judge against the Chicago White Sox, and the batting average just under 400. 12 home runs, 28 RBIs. Looking to add on to those totals here. 1-2, got him. High fastball. Big strikeout from Soroka.
Soroka not only mixed up pitches, but he also mixed up location. And this is the first time he went upstairs. Aaron Judge just underneath.
Brings up Alex Verdugo. And that's popped up. So Soroka looks like he's going to work his way out of some major trouble in the 6th inning as DeYoung settles underneath it. Yankees lead this one 6-1. We'll take this to the 7th.
My name's Jorge Gaviria, and this is my business, Hacienda. We bring heirloom corn products from Mexico to every kitchen. I chose my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. With no preset spending limit, my purchasing power adapts to meet my business needs. And I reinvest my 2% cash back to help grow our business with new products, like our tabletop masa mill. My Spark card helps me fulfill my mission of bringing masa to the masses. What's in your wallet?
T-Mobile savings, take one. Focus. Here's the line. At T-Mobile, you get tons of benefits and you can still save versus the other guys. Okay, I'll just do it. Check out the T-Mobile.
Money could be working so much
what? Yes, I'm thinking more long-term.
Interest rates will remain at current levels.
Great. We'll make that change to your plan and adjust as needed.
This helps a lot.
Bye, Mel.
Bye.
It's the summer of $9.99 at Bob's.
And this Memorial Day weekend, we're celebrating in all of my 176 stores.
You will not believe what $9.99 gets you at Bob's.
So come party like it's $9.99 this Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, my Bob!
At KFC, grab 2 pieces of hot, juicy chicken, a side of mashed potatoes and gravy, and a biscuit for just $4.99. Son of a bucket, that's a good deal. New taste of KFC deals. Only at KFC.
Soto is just a flat-out superstar.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. And by Ford, the official SUV of the Yankees. New pitcher for the Yankees here in the 7th inning, Nick Birdie. It'll be his 10th game of the year, opposing batting average only .091. But Birdie has not pitched in a while. It's been 5 days. His last outing was against Tampa Bay, and it was a struggle in that one, so looking to get back on track. It'll be Lee, Lopez, and Mendick, 7, 8, 9 for the White Sox. Six runs for the Yankees on 8 hits. 4 of those hits home runs. 1 run for the White Sox on 5 hits. And they've also committed an error. And Birdie quickly ahead in the count. 0-2. He had trouble with the strike zone in Tampa Bay. And Corey Lee 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts against Heel. Birdie has been dominant against right-handed batters this year, only 1 for 19 on the righties against him. Well, good fastball at 97, bottom of the zone. 1 out here in the 7th, and we're going to look at Luis Gil on StatCast 3D, powered by Google, and the 14 strikeouts, 7 of them on the 4-seamer, 5 of those on the changeup, 2 on the slider, and that 14 strikeouts, a career high for Luis Gil.
Well, you can't help but be impressed that every single time he takes the ball, you're almost expecting him just to mow down the other lineup, because 97, 98, good changeup, good slider. And this is a guy that I remember doing the last game in spring, his last outing. Michael and I wondering if he was going to be in the starting rotation. Pretty good surprise, huh?
Oh, amazing, right? You think at the beginning of spring training, he wasn't even part of the conversation. Garrett Cole goes down. There's an opportunity that presented himself, and well, he has taken advantage of that as Birdie gets 2 quick outs here in the 7th. There are always a few stories that come out of spring training every year. Luis Heel, one of the big ones. Luke Weaver out of the bullpen, what he has done, graduating to a high-leverage reliever.
And you look at some of the surprises that have really kind of pole vaulted this team. And
there's Mendick, a fly ball to center field, so a nice rebound inning for Nick Birdie. 1, 2, 3, a strikeout, a couple of fly balls.
I'll talk about those surprises next inning, Flash.
I can't wait to hear about them. And we're going to stick around as Yankees lead this one 6-1. We're going to stick around for God Bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, you rise and remove your caps, and please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest. United States Army Staff Sergeant Mitch Colbert will turn 94 years old next month. He's from the Bronx and served in the Korean War. The Yankees say thank you for your sacrifice and service to our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, we urge you to sing along with Robert Merrill's rendition of God Bless America.
Sing around, let people gather around, let people jump around. Get your freak on, get your freak on, get your freak on.
To eradicate veteran homelessness. Please give our veterans a chance to reclaim their dignity by donating at T2T.org.
All these games on DirecTV and no satellite on the roof. Think about this. Blue Jays, Cardinals, Orioles. What's missing?
The Andean condor?
No, walnut brain. Pigeons. They'd rather name a team after socks.
To be fair, we're not very athletic.
Summer is around the corner. Put your plans in motion with great deals at the Ford Memorial Day sales event. Go places near and far, on-road and off-road. Bring your friends and all your toys. You've got the plans. We've got the deals. The Ford Memorial Day sales event. Get a head start on summer. Now, returning lessees can lease an F-150 for $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford stores.
Time for your Ford Studio Update. Bob and Jack with you on the postgame. Jack always does his Yes Press next day's headline. Interested to see how you incorporate heel.
Well, we know it's going to be about Luis Heel being scintillating. I'm not sure I'll squeeze that word into a headline, but John and Paul have done a great job breaking it down. I mean, he was electric with his stuff, the fastball, the slider combination, and the changeup. We talked about it on the pregame. Come out and see a show. Luis Heel is going to be a big part of it.
We'll find out what the Yes Press headline is on the postgame, guys. Can't wait to read about it, Bob, on the postgame show. You, Jack, and Meredith. The game summer Yankees lead this one. The game summer Yankees lead this one 6-1. Keller went 4 innings. Tommy Pham a couple of hits, but Luis Heel, the story of the day with his 14 strikeouts, and Juan Soto 3 for 3. And you look at Heel, second youngest Yankee with 14 strikeouts in a game. Al Downing in 1963 was the youngest. Gentleman Al Downing. Love him. Yep.
1963. I hate to say it, Al, but that was the year I was born. I hear that now from everyday players. I'm like, no, that's not the year I graduated from college. That was the year I was born.
Bottom of the 7th inning, it'll be Stanton, Rizzo, and Torres. Stanton again having a good day, double and an RBI. It's 11th home run of the year. In the 3rd, he walked. And takes a slider from Soroka for strike 2. We hear a lot from Stanton after these games when he talks to Meredith about his hot hitting. He said, staying down. I'm staying down. I guess that just means staying in his legs.
Yeah, and not lifting. I mean, there's a few things you can do as a hitter, and Juan Soto, that's why he does that kind of strut, is to make sure that he stays down through the ball. And because as soon as you stand up, you know, your eyes are moving. You can tilt. Sometimes if you're a tall player, you can tilt forward, your eyes move. Just some things you don't want to do, ideally, as a hitter.
And the 1-2 popped up out of play.
And Paul, you mentioned that, but one thing that Aaron Boone was talking about, the fact that Giancarlo Stanton has been able to remain healthy this year. I think one of the biggest issues last year, he wasn't able to get into his legs and really use his legs the way he wants to and typically does, because he had a lot of lower leg injuries that were nagging him throughout the course of the season.
Right. And you know what? Before we left the inning, I said, you know, there had been some surprises coming in. It's not much as a surprise, but it's really changed is Stanton being healthy and putting up the numbers he is. And then you look at some of the surprises in my mind, obviously Heel, and I think Cabrera getting off to the great start that he has. What a play
by Benintendi, but again, Giancarlo Stanton all over it, a rocket to left field.
Yeah, that's one of those hang with them right here, Flash. I mean, you just hit a rocket. Benintendi's always been a good defensive player. Nice play. I think Weaver also coming out of spring training.
Absolutely.
It's been a big surprise. So you got Cabrera, who's got off to a great start. Weaver, Stanton's really turned things around. Heel. Those are your surprises that have really put this team at a different level.
I think Weaver coming out of spring training was like that middle inning guy, give you 2 or 3 innings. Now he's turned into a high leverage reliever. So a lot of storylines, and they're all positives for the Yankees. You know, Paul, we got to mention Meredith Marakovitz is going to be doing the game on radio tomorrow with Justin Shackle. How about that?
What a cool thing. I wish you the best, Meredith. You know what you do? Don't talk the night before. Don't use any of your words. You got to have full ammo when you take the mic.
You know, I'm going to go home, go right to bed. No, just kidding.
That story's over already.
Come on, Paul. Any advice for me, Paul? What do you got? Flash, you too.
You know what? I don't know if I could do radio because, you know, you got to paint a picture. I wasn't a very good artist with my words.
But I learned something from you that maybe Meredith, the honey that you gave me for your voice, right?
Oh, the Manuka honey. It's good stuff. Good for you.
Comes from New Zealand. You can do tastings of Manuka honey in New Zealand. Supposed to be extremely good.
See, you cannot get anything by Meredith. She knows the full story behind it.
In all seriousness, guys, I cannot wait. It's going to be a fun time, unbelievable opportunity, and looking forward to it.
So wait a second. Are we going to be without Meredith Marakovitz tomorrow? Are you doing pre and what are you doing?
I'm just running down the hall. If I got a question, I'll just peek in the booth.
Okay, but you're doing pre and post as well, right?
Pre and post.
Wow.
Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you completely
all right.
dry.
I feel better.
Do both, yes. Both WFAN as well. And then not sure, should the Yankees win, which the way they've been playing, it looks like they very well could, who I'm going to do the post-game interview for. Or maybe I just hold two mics and each one can take the interview.
Double-barreled.
I like that.
In all seriousness, a weekend off for Susan, right? Well-deserved.
Yes, very well-deserved. They have their welcome home dinner tomorrow, the 44th annual welcome home dinner, and you saw El Duque throwing out the first pitch. Before the game, well, he is going to be given the Pride of the Yankee award at that dinner. Pretty cool, him throwing the first pitch to Nestor Cortez, a Cuban-American. So probably a cool moment for Cortez as well.
Good stuff.
Yeah, there's with the great John Sterling not here, there's to look forward to Meredith. We've got Keith McPherson over there today. So a lot going on in the radio booth here with the Yankees.
As Gleyber Torres swings and misses to end the bottom of the 7th inning, we wish you all the best, Meredith. We know you're going to kill it tomorrow on the radio.
Thank you, Flash.
And makes the play. Drill deep to right field. There it goes. See ya. Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids right here in our own backyard are facing hunger every day? Without healthy food, it's harder to grow, to thrive, to feel their best.
The impact when children don't have enough to eat is tremendous because when you're hungry and your basic needs aren't being met, you cannot learn.
Every child deserves to be fed. This is a problem we know how to solve. Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Breakfast in the classroom contributes to kids being more focused, which leads to higher grades, and simply just their well-being.
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Okay, let's go. Top row.
EYECARE.
Good. Next row.
AM America? iCareAmerica.org?
Yes. I Care America helps seniors who haven't had a medical eye exam in 3 or more years. They also help those with an increased risk for glaucoma, and the appointment is often free or at no out-of-pocket cost. It's easy to see if you qualify. Go to EYECareAmerica.org.
Hey fans, America's heroes need your help. Donate $11 a month to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation at T2T.org. Top of the 8th inning, Yankees lead 6-1. It'll be the top of the lineup. Tommy Pham, Gavin Sheets, and Andrew Vaughn facing Nick Birdie for his 2nd inning of work. And just to put a bow on Luis Heel and his 14 strikeouts, they are a Yankees rookie record. And Heel actually passed El Duque, the Duke, who had 13 strikeouts his rookie year on August 13th, 1998, versus the Texas Rangers. Tying it all together, Paul. Bringing it all together.
We're in the 8th inning. You got to bring it all together towards the end, right? Can't leave the fans wondering.
Tommy Pham 2 for 3. Also struck out against Heel in the 5th. White Sox Yankees tomorrow. Our coverage starts at 12:30. There's kind of a big basketball game going on tomorrow afternoon. Knicks Pacers game 7 at the Garden.
The Yankees will get through quick and go home and watch second half.
Maybe the finish of the PGA Championship as well.
Look forward to that. Hopefully the weather gets better. It's like foggy and rainy out every day.
And the 2-2 to Pham. Fouls that one off.
Yeah, the Yankees came in today, 14-6 home record. Best in the American League. Hopefully the Knicks can use that home court thing to put things together tomorrow.
You know, the crowd at the Garden will be ready for Game 7 tomorrow afternoon. Yankees looking to pick up their 32nd victory of the year against 15 losses. Second best record in Major League Baseball. The Phillies, the only team with a better record, as Pham, it's a lazy fly ball to center field. That'll be an out here in the 8th for Birdie. Well, let's get the answer to the Name That Yankee. Again, it is a 4, 288 wins, 3.34 ERA, over 2,000 strikeouts. Played for the Bombers a couple of times. There he is.
Yeah, I said you heard about his name around baseball. One of the best quotes, I think, was when he operated, he told Dr. Frank Jobe, "Give me a Koufax fastball." And he said, "I woke up, I did, but they gave Miss Koufax." That was the only problem.
Well, guys, listen to this. He had that surgery, which later became known as Tommy John, September of 1974, and Dr. Frank Jobe at the time gave it a 1 in 100 chance of working. Well, it worked. He came back in 76 and then played until the end of the 89 season with the Yankees, a 26-year career total, and now it seems like that surgery, unfortunately, is just so unbelievably common.
See, that's the little nuggets that she's going to give all game tomorrow.
You feel overmatched up here.
Yeah.
Now you guys are just being too kind, but I appreciate it. Could you imagine being Tommy John, though? Hey, this might work, it might not work. You might have an arm, you might not have an arm.
You know what? It didn't work if you didn't have it done. You might as well give it a shot, right?
I guess, but you have to worry about life consequences too, Paul.
It's only an arm, right, man?
Not another one. That's why you have two, right?
Tommy John, I think, you look at some of the injuries. There's a Tommy John for you right there. Twice. Tommy John gave up one of Reggie's, that 3 home run game. I think Tommy John was he served up one of those.
There's Nick Birdie and his scar. It's Reggie Jackson's birthday today as Sheets loops one into right field. That's going to be a 1-out base hit. Now, in all seriousness, did Tommy John throw hard before the surgery? Do we know that?
I think he was always a sinker
baller, right, yeah. Now you just relate Tommy John surgery with the hard throwers who blow out the ligament. One down to bring up Andrew Vaughn. Vaughn having a tough afternoon. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Luis Heel had his way with him. Pops this one up. Looks like that's going to find the seats. Yeah, you look at these numbers, and you can make an argument with 288 wins. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that 300 mark is going to have to be kind of altered a little bit because guys don't get the wins that they used to. You know, it's not about getting the starting pitcher the win anymore.
Santana back on the bullpen mound. There's a fly ball to center field. Aaron Judge coming in to make that play easily. 2 down. Well, we're going to take a look at some exit velocity, which is presented by Spectrum. The Yankees have hit 4 home runs. We're going to take a look at all of them. Juan Soto, 112.5. Trevino, 103. Stanton, not surprising, 113. And then Soto with 110 with 4 home runs with the exit velocity.
Yeah, Stanton, 113.5. That's the other way. I mean, that's like a left-handed pull him.
Jimenez, a big swing, fouled it straight back. Jimenez with that wide open stance, closing his front toe. Birdie quickly ahead in the count 0-2. Well, the control problems that Birdie had his last outing in Tampa, they've disappeared today. He's filling up the strike zone. And the 0-2. Birdie has not worked in 5 days, so he is well rested. Aaron Boone trying to get 6 outs from Birdie, 3 in the 7th and the 3rd here in the 8th. And he will do it. Another strikeout for Birdie. An impressive couple of innings. Yankees lead this one 6-1.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add on an all-new footlong sidekick. We're talking a $2 footlong churro, $3 footlong pretzel, and a $5 footlong cookie. Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick. Order one with your favorite Subway Series sub today.
My name is Jennifer. I'm seeking a life-saving kidney. I want to live for my alarm clock, Charlie. I want to live for my kids, Jensen and then Scarlett. And for my mom, she is my rock. My name is Jennifer Allende, and I want to live.
Phone call from the boss? Sorry. Outdoor time. It's me time.
I hear that. That's why we protect all your vehicles here. But hey, nothing wrong with sticking it to the boss.
Oh, Flo, you're gonna take that? Why would that concern me? Because you're aren't you the...
Huh. We never actually discussed hierarchy.
Okay, why don't we just stick to letting Dave know how much he can save when he bundles his home or auto with his boat or RV?
Wait, I thought Jamie was the boss.
It's funny because I'm not boss material.
With Spectrum Mobile's Anytime upgrade, you get to upgrade your phone anytime you want for free, which means you get the best, latest and greatest, most up-to-date technology out there. So say you want a bigger screen, less screen, more storage, less storage. Doesn't matter. Any color. You can upgrade anytime. And who wouldn't want that? Except for Ryan. And that's a life choice. That's respect.
I gotta get back to this.
Yeah.
Don't wait to upgrade your phone. Get Anytime Upgrade, included with Unlimited Plus from Spectrum Mobile.
Hey, fans, after the final out, get highlights, analysis, clubhouse interviews, and hear from Aaron Boone on the Manager's Report. That's all coming up on the W.B. Mason Yankees postgame. Bottom of the 8th inning will be Trevino, Birdie, and Anthony Volpe. Trevino 1 for 3 with his 5th home run of the year. And he skies this one. It looks like Nicky Lopez will settle underneath it. Come out to Yankee Stadium on Wednesday, June 5th, when the Yankees take on the Twins. It's Juan Soto basketball jersey night, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Juan Soto basketball jersey courtesy of Cannon. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com.
When Juan Soto's playing, and anything with his name on it's going to be high demand, huh?
John Birdie 0 for 2 with a walk. The Yankees' stretch of impressive starting pitching continued today with Luis Gil. Paulie Carlos Rodon will get the ball tomorrow afternoon start, a 1:35 start as Birdie picks up his second walk of the afternoon.
Just kind of pass it along. I mean, the pregame scouting report, we said they went through the complete rotation. 5 pitchers, 5-0. They finished this one up today, which looks like it's in pretty good shape. It'd be 6-0 for the starters, with Rodon getting the ball tomorrow.
Yeah, Rodon's last start against the Twins, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, did not walk anybody, and struck out 6 in the win over the Minnesota Twins. And 1 down brings up Anthony Volpe, who extended his hitting streak to 11 games. That double in the 6th inning. Yankees won the first game of the series last night 4-2, looking to take game 2 and take another series, which they just have done a fantastic job at winning series all year. The 2-1. No, he's going to check on Birdie.
In the unwritten rule. You know what? That rule's been kind of scratched out.
Yeah.
And with as many runs as scored, with the home run being in play so much more. You know, it used to be 5 runs you wouldn't run anymore. I think it's closer to 6 or 7 now. Huh?
You know, Birdie runs well. 3 stolen bases, has not been thrown out this year. Volpe now hitting .272, 6 home runs, 23 RBIs.
You know, there were some managers, Flash, looking back, and it is borderline right now, 6-1. They would intentionally throw the first baseman behind, almost like saying you're not supposed to run now.
Right.
And give your first baseman an opportunity to make a better play.
One of the old school managers was here this weekend, Tony La Russa. Watching some batting practice the other day. Well, Soroka has settled things down for the White Sox and picks up another strikeout here in the bottom of the 8th. Well, Juan Soto having a big afternoon, and we're going to take a look at his stance and the bottom half from Juan Soto.
Yeah, he kind of manipulates his front foot, see up out on the toe, and that's when he can really drive the ball. And then later in the count, you know, you'll see things kind of flatten out a little bit, but right there, he can really lock those hips in and just open up and drive the ball out of the ballpark, which he has today.
3 for 3 with a walk, a couple of solo home runs, now 37 RBIs. Watching this guy go about his business every day, and you know, I've mentioned this about you, Paul, how you felt like every major league at bat was precious.
Yeah.
You can tell when you watch this guy, it's almost personal how he goes about his at bats.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell that whether it's 10-1 or 0-0, I mean, his concentration is in every pitch, and that's, as a hitter, that's really what you give yourself a chance that way every single at bat.
Well, ahead in the count, 2-1. You mentioned he has hit 2 home runs in a game 18 times, has never hit 3 in a major league game. Aaron Judge waiting on deck. A 3-1 count to Soto.
He's really slowing this down. Called his time out there in a 3-1 count.
It's skied the other way. That will find the seats.
He got a pitch he could hit down. A high breaking ball. Was actually a little late on it.
Two outs. Birdie will be on the move, and you see the stance with 2 strikes.
That flat front foot, it just, kind of gives him a little more time to just stay planted and not go for as much. Still has the ability to go anywhere, opposite field, dead center, or right field.
There goes Birdie, and another base hit for Juan Soto. He's now 4 for 4 with a couple of home runs. And that little slow stretch that he went through obviously is over.
Yeah, he's swinging the bat really well. Again, see that flat foot? That'll just keep him back a little bit longer. Just a fraction of a second more to see the baseball with 2 strikes. No problem getting to that high fastball and just rifling at the right field.
With 2 down, will bring up Aaron Judge. Had an infield base hit in the first. Walk and a couple of strikeouts. Four for 4, 2 solo home runs, 2 singles, a walk, 3 RBIs. When you look back to last night's game, probably should have 3 hits in that one. The 81st pitch for Soroka. It's Judge to lift one to right field. That'll be out of play. Yankees 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth. Looking to add on here in the 8th. Birdie off the third, Soto off of first, and the 1-2 to Judge. And that clips the outside corner, so Aaron Judge strikes out 3 times on the afternoon. Yankees try to close it out in the 9th.
The Cantina Chicken Quesadilla isn't just for late night, because it has a perfect slow-roasted chicken to melted cheese ratio. That's chicken on the inside, cheese everywhere else. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Quesadilla, only at Taco Bell.
Summer's here, and with the new Toyota, you can start your summer with a splash. Nailed it.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Current eligible GMC lessees can get this low-mileage lease on this 2024 Sierra Elevation for around $399 per month. We are professional-grade GMC.
I'm a guy who lost a bet and my dignity. Get out of the way! As if watching my team lose wasn't punishment enough. What are you looking at, huh? What are you? It's a 1-speed. And if you have cut rate car insurance, odds are you'd be paying for that yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me. Hey, I'm walking here.
It's time to take a look at our Cadillac player of the game.
Well, there's no doubt here, Luis Gil. I mean, if you look at it's just going to take a while. 14 strikeouts on the day, overpowering fastball, slider, and great movement on his changeup. Away from lefties and in on righties. I tell you what, 7 strikeouts with the fastball, 5 with the changeup, and 2 with the slider. That's quite a day. Career high. Luis Gil.
You did it. You covered 14 strikeouts for the Cadillac player. Nice job. I thought I was going to have to pick you up there. There are the numbers and a new Yankees rookie record for Gil. As Dennis Santana will take over his 14th game. 6 walks, 11 strikeouts. And Benintendi first pitch swinging. Yankees looking to pick up their 6th win in a row. The last time they had done that, it was September of 2022. Benintendi line drive right to Gleyber Torres, 1 down. Well, it's a big season. There are more reasons to say yes. Download the Yes app and stream games with a live stat overlay. Play along, win cash prizes, and earn Yes rewards to redeem for gift cards and gear. Download now, and remember that if you get Yes on TV, then you get the Yes app for free. Free?
You don't hear that word much, you said, huh?
Not much anymore. 1 down for DeYoung. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Lifts one to center field. Aaron Judge again coming in, being easy play for him, and 2 quick outs for Santana. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the New York Yankees, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees.
Disseminated. Now you got a new Scrabble word.
Can't be disseminated, Paul.
That's right.
2 outs for Lee, the catcher. Santana, the Yankees trying to close this one out. Pick up win number 32. 6 in a row. Juan Soto is back. Stanton has been red hot. And you look to take another series, taking the first 2 games. That should do it. Ground ball to Birdie across the diamond. And a very tidy 6-1 Yankee win as Juan Soto and Luis Gil, the stars of this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of business as usual right now. I mean, the Yankees are just playing great baseball, offensively, defensively, and they're starting.
Ball game over. Yankees win. The win.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. New York, New York, I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York, New Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. New York, New York, I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very that doesn't sleep, and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. In a city that never sleeps, and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues, start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep, and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. In a city that never sleeps, and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues, oh, start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you.